the first things I start with in my groundwork is that I want to, again, train that horse's inside hind leg to come under the body, that he rotates his rib cage, softens his neck, and draws into my hand. I always want to teach the horse that the rounding of the neck needs to always begin in the hind legs. Inside hind leg, precisely where I like to think about the hock. So again, I want to always also make sure that he understands how to give to the pressure of the bit as well, and he knows what we're doing, so he's just beginning. So I always want to make sure that I don't have the horse like fleeing from me. I don't want him to run away from me. I want him to wait for me, but I want to be able to like train him to this kiss, make him wait a little bit, and I want to be able to touch that inside, and the minute he does what I want him to do, and I have to soften my reins in front. My big goal with this horse in particular is that he starts to shelf his neck. You can see how he really starts to become liquid here in the neck. And I have him a little bit on the bit. I have my whip and my reins in with a little bit of mane, and then I want to make sure that I'm not holding just the back of the saddle, because that's going to torque on their back. I always want to make sure I'm either holding the opposite stirrup leather or I'm holding the bottom of the saddle on the other side, so that I'm not pulling the whole saddle. I can really kind of almost put some weight on the right side of his body. And again, for this horse, again, who's learning about the isometric resistance of going on the bit and the ability to yield to a very soft rein, I like to stand at this mounting block too and just make sure he can, chew the reins out of my hand, and just with me like touching the ring of the bit, that he feels this for me is the most important part of the whole neck. Being able to get this piece right here, which attaches way down in there, that I already know by getting this piece of his neck, I'm gaining access to his SI and the ligaments, and it's a whole like ligamental pulley system, how when the horse's neck goes down, he kind of pulls his back up. And of course I want to make sure that he's comfortable. He used to get a little jumpy when I used to touch him back there, so I always want to make sure I can do that. And I want to make sure he's minding me, and he can step the first moment away from the mounting block. He can step, towards my bit with his hind legs.